October 1, 2024, also known as China's National Day, marks the 75th anniversary of the CCP's illegitimate regime. When the CCP celebrated its takeover of power on this day 75 years ago, it marked the beginning of suffering for the Chinese people. Over the past 75 years, the CCP has exploited Shang's 5 strategies to kidnap and brutally rule the Chinese people within its own country, while also taking advantage of international rules for its own benefit on the global stage, but never upholds its commitments. Not only that, it also challenges the global order through its economic expansion, the BGY Plan and technology theft, all while aiming to become the world's dominant power.
The CCP believes that grassroots individuals represent the lower end of the population. When the CCP calls on the grassroots, they proclaim, "The country belongs to the people." But then they turn around and say, "The people are all mine." In the eyes of the CCP, the Chinese people aren't much better than pigs or dogs. They don't care about people's feelings at all. Their focus isn't on people's lives or well-being. What the CCP holds in its highest regard are Shang's 5 strategies, which leave people poor, busy, ignorant, stupid, and unhealthy, depriving them of everything. Shang's 5 strategies are the clearest reflection of the CCP's ruling principles in China over the past few decades. When the CCP was making deals and signing contracts with other countries, it claimed that China was very poor and needed to join the WTO to buy goods. It also argued that because China was poor, it might sometimes misbehave and break the rules. But if the West brought China into their circle, China would behave like the West. The West just needed to give China more money, because it had a huge population of 1.4 billion people. The Americans were convinced and allowed the CCP to join the WTO. As a result, the CCP's GDP jumped from 1.4 trillion to 14 trillion, a tenfold increase. Over the 18 years from 2001 to 2019, everything promised to CCP in the contract had been fulfilled. But the commitments on CCP's part had barely been met. It gets even worse when doing business in China, as the CCP demands that foreign technologies be kept in China, and foreign businesses aren't allowed to take their earned money back home. Once the CCP got rich, it started trying to win over nearby countries to establish itself as the boss, aiming to take down America, the big brother that used to help it out, to be able to challenge America. The CCP initiated the Belt and Road Initiative, attempting to replace the US dollar with the Chinese yuan. In Xinjiang, the CCP threw 2 million Uyghur people in internment camps. Disobedient Uyghurs were forcibly given drugs. They even wiped out town after town when they thought it was necessary, which is what happened to the Tibetans. It's not tolerated by the CCP if the Chinese people know too much. It shuts down the internet to keep people from hearing outside voices. They blindfold you because you read too much outside information and then seal your lips. If that doesn't work, they issue red notices for those who have fled abroad. When business owners keep ignoring the CCP, they head to the Davos Forum to announce they're the big boss in the world. Or they go further by sending Wang Qishan to bribe Wall Street and infiltrate them through the BGY Plan. If that still doesn't work for them, they turn to Sun Lijun to set up assassinations, implement the BGY Plan, and blackmail people with secretly recorded videos. Or even ask Sun Lijun to hack and steal all American technologies. What is the true nature of the CCP? It is a threat to the whole world. Speaking of the true nature of the Communist Party, let's take a look at what socialism is. Socialism is all about relationalism. Socialism means that everything is owned by the government, while a capitalist society means everything is privately owned. Your money and house belong to you personally. Your relationships and human rights are your personal business. However, socialism means that everything belongs to the government, which implies that the government takes control of everything, including your dignity and security.